Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another one of my Melee Mobs tutorials. Today we are going to be covering the Mythic Artifacts ammo system. So if you do not have the plugin, well actually I guess first let me explain. You are going to need the Mythic Artifacts add-on for this to work, or if you are in 1.16.5, they released a new, more compatible, more optimized system called Mythic Crucible. Same plugin. If you bought Mythic Artifacts, you can download it for free. If not, you will need to get it, as that is what is going to allow us to use skills with weapons. So before we get started, if you haven't already, hop on over into my Discord channel. Link will be in the description below as always. And yeah, make sure to subscribe for more good content because I'm going to try to keep these tutorials coming. You guys always seem to have suggestions, so you're going to keep me busy for a while. And I appreciate that. So, let's go ahead and get started. The first thing we are going to need is, of course, a weapon of some sort. Now, if you need to, take a moment to go ahead and copy and paste, or I guess, duplicate what you see here in this, because a lot of this stuff is stuff that I actually tend to forget about quite often. So I think it might be best for you guys to just kind of see what I have here and type it out yourself. And then when you are ready, go ahead and move on with the video. I will give you just a moment to do what you need to do, so go ahead and pause and type this down. Or, if I actually remember, I will have it in the tutorial pack. Now then, what we have here is what is going to set us up for, like, actually using ammo. One thing you're going to need to do is, you need to have resource ammo here. I don't know why it's specifically ammo or why this line exists, because as far as I know there are no other resources you can use, but it is a requirement in order to work, so it's very important to throw it in there. You can throw it in there anywhere. You can put it like below lore, below skills, doesn't matter. Just make sure this is in your item file somewhere, or your item code block. Resource ammo. Next we have a thing that's similar to how boss bar is set up. So we have ammo, which is its own like options subset, and then below that we have different options within the ammo area. So first, of course, if you want to use it, you need to put enabled equals true, or not equals true, but just true. You know, that's what's going to allow it to work. Next, here is what's going to define the bullet that we are going to use. Now, do note this is not going to be display name, but rather something along the lines of this. It has to be an item specifically like this. So since we're calling it an ice sword, I'm going to make the ammo be called compact ice, and we will get to that momentarily. Actually, no, never mind. We're going to do that right now. So, now that we have our bullet, I forget what the word is, I guess value typed out here, we need to make an item with this exact name. So once you decide on what you want the bullet name to be, go ahead and copy it and then paste it into a new item. Here we're going to do ID, blue ice, display, and be compact ice. Okay, so again, it's very important to know we are going to be using the internal ID that we create, not the display name. So we need to make sure this and this are going to be the same. Realistically, there's nothing, I mean, you can give it lore if you want. I guess, why not lore? Used to power ice based weaponry. Let me go and close that off. Okay, so now we have our bullet type as well as the enable. So now we need to just talk about clip size and ammo per item. So clip size is how much ammo your weapon can hold. You can change this as much as you want. You can do like 100. You can do 20, you can do 5. You can see down here in the lore, I had it set to 4. and that's another thing we're going to go over. So let's go ahead and just set this to 4 for now. And then ammo per item. This means how much ammo are we going to get into the clip each time we consume an item. Well, you can do 4 if you want, so that way it only consumes 1 compact ice. If I do 1, it would consume 4 compact ice because, you know, 4 divided by 1 is 4. So, pretty much that's the best way to see it. Take this number, divide it by this number, and that's how much of this material you will use to fully reload your weapon. I like to do 2 though. Realistically, I could do 2 and 1, but I don't want people to be having to reload all the... Well, I guess it wouldn't make a difference, would it? I don't know. The numbers just look better in my opinion. But next, you need to have a line in your lore that says ammunition, a number value, a dash, and then another number value. This first number is going to be the current amount of ammo in your weapon. The second value is going to be the max amount, which would be equal to your clip size. So we need to start off with 4 of 4, and then we're not going to be done yet because most of this is going to be explanatory, but it's hard to show it until we have everything set up. So next, you need to add this line here: reload ammo, curly brackets, at self, on swing. Normally, we would be able to use on use, but currently in this version of Mythic Crucible, it throws errors, and there is a bug where reload ammo does not work with on use, as it will throw a ton of errors. So we need to make sure this is set to on swing for the time being. And now after that, we need to have our skill. So, what's cool about this is it kind of automatically checks to see if you used your skill. If you did, it will consume 1 ammo. Well, that's one thing very important to keep in mind. It will always consume 1 ammo at a time, never more than that. So you need to make sure to play with your numbers accordingly to make sure they fit your needs. It will only ever use 1 at a time, so if you say like clip size 100 is way too much, then you may consider reducing your clip size down to something like 20. But now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do a simple projectile skill. So I'm going to do skill S equals ice sword projectile at target location on use. Again, the reason we're using on use instead of on swing for this one is because we are using on swing to reload our ammo, because currently on use does not work with reload ammo. Whenever that does get fixed in the future, you will be able to change them about as you like, but for the time being, this is just what we are going to have to stick to. So we're going to go ahead and save, and then we need to go into our skills folder and create a new file. Let me go and copy this sword projectile. We're going to go into our skills file here, and we're going to paste it. Here we're just going to type out a very, very basic projectile mechanic. So if you want to give me a few moments, I will fast forward it and you will be able to just copy what you see on screen. Okay, now that we have our file set up for our skill, we will be ready to use it. If you need to, take a moment to copy all this down as you see on screen. As well, this is a good time to plug my other videos. If you have not checked out my projectiles tutorial, please make sure to do so. I will include that in the description as well, including my potion tutorial, which was my last tutorial that I just put out. If you do not understand how potions work, please go make sure to check out that video. That link will also be in the description below. And now we are ready to get started with our weapon. So once you go ahead and save your files, we're going to hit reload. And we're going to grab our ice swords. We're going to get get ice sword. Okay, here we go. So now we have our sword, and it is, oh, there we go. It's being a little finicky right now. Oh, it used all of it right away. Okay, so, yeah, once your sword uses your projectiles, we need to grab some compact ice. So, I get compact ice. We're just going to do 64. So when we swing, as you can see, it consumed 2 of it, so that way it could refill the ammo. So if I right click now, there we go, it's shooting out my projectiles. Now that we used our skill 4 times, we are now out of ammo. It's not really going to show it right away until you like go off and go back onto it. If you look at it right away after using your skills, it'll still say 404 or whatever numbers you add. But if you like go into a different weapon or a different slot in your hotbar and then go back, you will see that it updates to 04. Again, once you're done with that, you're just going to left click. It's going to consume 2 consumed ice or compact ice, and you will suddenly be good to go again. You do not have to click the ground like I am doing. I actually don't know why I'm doing it. I think I'm used to a mod where you used to have to do it that way. But yeah, once you have that all set up, you can start shooting projectiles, and I can just, now that it's raining, I can spawn a zombie. Spawn zombie. And like that. Bam. Here is our very simple, very nicely done ammo system. Of course, you can use whatever items you want. You do not have to use ice. I just did it to stick to the theme of ice sword. You know, you can do like fire, you can do any elements, you can do more mechanical based stuff like actual guns and bullets. It's entirely up to you. But I just like the elemental aspects of things, so that's what I stuck with. Yeah, we'll just pretend my horse got hit. So ladies and gentlemen, that's all I got for you today. If you enjoyed this tutorial, please make sure to like the video, subscribe for more good content. Hop on over into my Discord channel in case you missed something or have any other questions. I have a big community in there, always willing to help out and answer any questions you guys might have. I promise. I am not the only one who knows a lot about Mythic Mobs nowadays, which is very great. So, there is a lot to learn from the community or from any new tutorials that I create. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I can't wait to see what you come up with in the future.